Dear students, today we are going to discuss a very important topic in phonetics in general, and that is organs of speech. Besides a brain, what do we need to use the spoken language? And the obvious answer is the speech organs or organs of speech. Here, organs of speech simply means the body parts or the body organs that we use while communication, while pronunciation. So without these speech organs, we cannot pronounce a single sound. So in the study of phonetics, we must discuss the speech organs, or let's say the organs of speech. The various organs of our mouth we use to produce speech sounds are called organs of speech or speech organs. So while using a language, while talking, while speaking, we use some body parts, and these body parts simply means organs of speech. In other words, these organs of speech are called articulators. Articulate means to utter. Uchchar karne in this type, articulate. I am articulating now. So the speech sounds are produced because of these articulators. And these articulators are called speech organs. And with the help of these speech organs or articulators, we produce the sounds of any language. So organs used for speech include lips, teeth, alveolar ridge, means teeth ridge, alveolar ridge, hard palate, means the upper part of our mouth, velum, that is soft palate, uvula, then comes glottis, and various parts of our tongue. Right. So while pronunciation, we use lips, we use teeth, we use alveolar ridge, we use hard palate, we use velum, we use uvula, glottis, and various parts of our tongue. Some body parts we know already, like lips, like teeth, right? Like hard palate, soft palate. But very some body parts are new to us, right? As their names are quite scientific. Because alveolar ridge, velum, uvula, glottis, these are scientific names used in science, right? Today, we are going to discuss the organs of speech over here. So, the organs of speech can be divided into two types. First is passive articulator, second is active articulator. The organs in which take part in the production of speech sounds are called speech organs. When we speak, air comes out through the lungs. So lungs are also the organs of speech. And it is interfered at various places for the production of sounds. Sounds cannot occur without air. So air is a must thing. So when we exhale, when we push out the air from our lung, the air comes out of the lung and comes towards our throat, right? And slowly it is pushed out through our mouth or nose. So in this process, many body parts, many organs are involved in pronunciation. These are called the articulators. And these articulators can be divided into two classes, two types. First is active articulators Second is passive articulators. Active articulators are also called mobile articulators. Passive articulators are also called immobile articulators. Mobile means which can move, movable, and immobile means which cannot move. Right? So active articulators, the first type. The active articulator does all or most of the movement when a speech sound is made. It is usually the lower lip or a part of the tongue, because the tongue and the lower jaw are free moving. Here active means which can make movements. So the lower part of our jaw moves, the tongue moves. That's why active articulators, isn't it? So active articulators are also called mobile articulators. Mobile means which can make a movement. On the other hand, passive articulators does little or almost no movement. They are passive, means no movement. They are fixed. It is a part of the place of articulation where active articulate passes against. So an active articulator touch passive articulator. So there is a contact between active articulator and passive articulator. So the upper jaw, this portion does not move, right? It remains fixed. Lower jaw is movable. So lower jaw is active articulator and upper jaw is passive articulator. See, lower jaw means teeth also moves with the jaw, but the upper teeth line, alveolar ridge, doesn't move, right? So passive articulator. Roof of the mouth, right? If you touch over here, it is called roof of the mouth. It is fixed. It does not move, right? So these body parts does not make any movement. That's why they are called passive articulators. You can see on the screen, right? Lips, active. You must know this body part. Where is it? What is the location of this body part in our mouth? Yes. हा बॉडी पार्ट आपल्या तोंडात कुठे आहे?
घशात.
त्याला आपण फरजीप म्हणतो बघा. If you open your mouth completely, you will find this hanging type of organ. अतिशय फ्लेक्सिबल आहे, राइट? तर तुम्ही पूर्ण जबडा उघडा करून आपल्या समोर उभे राहिले तर तुम्हाला फळजीभ दिसेल. ही सुद्धा हलते, बोलताना हलते, right? Teeth ridge, alveolar ridge, upper and lower, right? The larynx, let's describe the articulators. The first articulator is lungs. As you know that without lungs, we cannot utter a single sound. So when we take in the air is stored in the lungs. So lungs are called as a godown for the air, right? When the air is stored over here and when we try to speak up, the air is released slowly through our mouth or through our nose. And this push up or this energy is provided by chest muscles. So chest is very important in our communication. आपण जी हवा नाकावाटे आतमध्ये घेतो ती कुठे ठेवली जाते तर चेस्ट मध्ये. आणि जेव्हा आपण बोलायला सुरुवात करतो तर चेस्ट मसल काय करते, ही हवा तिथून वरती ढकलत असते. राईट. म्हणजे काय इथले मसल्स सुद्धा वापरले जातात आणि ही हवा हळूहळू एक तर तोंडावाटे किंवा नाकावाटे बाहेर पडते. लंग्स त्याची एनर्जी किती वापरत असतो. राईट. सो लंग्स आर व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट in this process. So most human sounds are produced with pulmonary air stream. Means we take in the air before the communication, and during the communication we breathe out it. Right? During the speech, the lungs take in air rapidly and let it go slowly. So that is the pulmonary air stream. Nasal cavity. So two cavities are there. This is oral cavity. Right? We also have nasal cavity. Right? This is nasal cavity. So this portion is hollow. हा portion कसा आहे तर empty आहे. पोकळी आहे इथे. Right? This is called nasal cavity. Cavity म्हणजे काय? पोकळी. This is oral cavity. Right? So we have two cavities. So nasal cavity is large air-filled space. So air is there above and behind the nose in the middle of the face. The main function of the nasal cavity is to act as main passageway. Passageway means air is released over here for the airflow entering the lungs. The air coming from the lungs is passed this way through nasal cavity. Right? So this is the road. This is the one road. Okay. This is the one road for the air to pass through nasal cavity. Right. So the nasal cavity also filters the incoming air. That's regulates temperature and all those things, other things. Right. So air is escaped through nasal cavity. Uvula. Right. So it is a small finger-shaped piece of tissue that hangs down from the soft palate. Soft palate. बोट आतमध्ये टाकला आणि वरती टाळूला जर स्पर्श केला तर काही टाळूचा भाग सुरुवातीचा पुढचा कडक आहे, टणक आहे आणि मागे बोट नेला तर तो सॉफ्ट आहे, मांसल आहे. राईट. दॅट इज कॉल्ड सॉफ्ट पॅलेट. ओके. जो मांसल भाग लागतोय वरती तो आहे सॉफ्ट पॅलेट. जो पुढचा कडक भाग लागतो आहे तो आहे हार्ड पॅलेट. In the back of the throat, the uvula functions together with the palate, the back of the throat, and the air from the lungs to create a variety of sounds used for speech. So this body part, this organ is also used in pronunciation. Right? Lower lip, we have two lips, and out of these two, the lower lip is active. Right? More and more active. The lower lip can be moved to produce different sounds. It can make contact with the upper lip to produce sound. Upper lip, same case. The lower lip that reaches up to the make contact with it to create different sounds. If we compare both the lips, lower lip is more active than the upper lip. The upper lip and the lower lip help to produce sounds, bilabial sounds like p, b, m. Right? If the lips are held together, they produce different vowels also. So lips are used in pronunciations. So lips are also called the articulators. Oral cavity. As we know that we have two cavities. One is nasal cavity and second is oral cavity. So this part inside our jaw is called oral cavity. Right? So the air coming from the lungs is released through mouth. The first section of the mouth is known as the oral cavity or the mouth cavity. This entire structure is also called as the mouth. The structures within the mouth allow us to manipulate the air that comes, manipulate means use, that comes up from the voice box. Voice box means here. This is the voice box. Kantha. So that we can form words. So air is released through mouth or mouth cavity. If you close your mouth, then how can you utter a word? Not possible. So oral cavity is also very important. The teeth line or teeth ridge. The teeth take part in the production of consonants sounds. As you know that the teeth are fixed, but still they are very important. If you observe the pronunciations of some senior person, aged person, right? And if that senior person is toothless, so no tooth is there in his mouth, then some sounds are not clearly pronounced. म्हातारी मंडळी जी आहे त्यांच्या तोंडामध्ये दात नसतात त्यांना काही शब्द उच्चार करायला अडचण निर्माण होते. दातही महत्वाचे आर्टिक्युलेटर्स आहे जर ते हलत नसले तरी सुद्धा. The upper teeth only take part in the production of speech sounds. The sound produced with the help of upper teeth are called the dental sounds. Some sounds are produced with the help of the teeth, like so. We will discuss this topic later on. So teeth, important element in articulation. Alveolar ridge, again the same thing, teeth ridge, right? Teeth ridge is also called alveolar ridge. Hard palate. So this hard portion of our upper mouth is called hard palate, right? It is hard to touch. The tongue touches the hard palate, and some sounds like t, l. See, when I pronounce t, my tongue touches the hard palate, right? T. Without this touching, I cannot pronounce t sound. So with the case with the tongue is touched to the hard palate. L. Okay. So hard palate is also important. And then soft palate. So next to hard palate is soft palate, right? And some sounds are produced with the help of soft palate, like m, n, m, and right? We would just discuss the pronunciation of these sounds later on. Right? Then just keep in mind that soft palate is important and hard palate is also important for pronunciation. See, this is the X-ray image. So this is the box where we feel vibration, right? Air comes down over here upwards. Here comes the vibration, right? And the air is released through mouth, oral cavity, or through nose or nasal cavity, right? See, lungs, which is called glottis, vocal cords. आपलं स्वर यंत्र जे आहे कंठ म्हणतो ना आपण, त्या कंठाला काय म्हणतात? Vocal cords, right? The air comes over here and there is a junction point, that is pharynx. Junction point. Junction means having another way to escape. Chalisgaon is a junction, right? Because there is one more route from Chalisgaon to Dhule. That's why Chalisgaon is called junction station. Jalgaon is the junction station. Why? Because there is a route to go to Surat, that is Surat line, right? Manmad is the junction, right? Via Manmad, you can go to Pune, right? Or Nanded, that is junction point. Nandgaon is not a junction. because there is no other route from Nanga to some other nucleus. So this is the junction point. From here, we can have two options, two roads, two ways, either oral cavity or nasal cavity. It is called pharynx, right? Then comes velum, means soft palate. Okay, soft palate is also called velum. Then comes hard palate, this portion, tongue, nasal cavity, alveolar ridge, respiratory ridge, lip line, upper lip, lower lip, and the front teeth. So this mechanism is there, that is speech mechanism. Right? And in speech mechanism, we have articulators, active articulators and passive articulators. See, one more image is there. These are the vocal cords, right? Teeth, lips, tip of the tongue, शेंडामध्ये जिभेचा, tongue, root of the tongue, right? Back part of our tongue, root, G, जिभेचा आपण त्याला मूळ म्हणतोय, right? Blade of the tongue, the middle part of the tongue. We have pharynx at junction point, velum, soft palate, oral cavity, right? Palate, hard palate, soft palate, nasal cavity, then comes alveolar ridge or teeth ridge. Right? These are the scientific names. These are used in biology, pharynx, larynx, velum, like that. See, one more image is there. Here is vocal cords. Here is windpipe, from where the air comes from lungs. Right? And this diagram is also called the organs of speech diagram. These organs are used in our communication. With the help of these organs, we successfully pronounce sounds. We successfully pronounce words and sentences. Right? So it is not true that only tongue is used while pronunciation. With tongue, other body parts are also used. Like teeth, like lips, like hard palate, like soft palate. Right? For the organs of speech. So if we go in the deeper water and see the analysis. Teeth, upper teeth, lower teeth, these are the digits. Upper teeth, lower teeth, head of the tongue, back of the tongue, like that. I have numbered it. I have numbered it. Upper teeth, lower teeth, uvula, this uvula, porgy pantapantala, head of the tongue, number 4, full portion, back of the tongue, this is back of the tongue, middle of the tongue, middle, tip of the tongue. Uvula, this organ, tip of the tongue, head of the tongue, middle, and the back part of the tongue. This is the tongue. Okay. Hard palate, soft palate. Soft palate is also called velum. Hard palate is also called palatum. Okay. So this is the discussion of organs of speech. Thank you very much.